Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Zhengming, China.
21-20.
On my left, Lee Chong-wei, Malaysia. Lee Chong-wei to serve. Love all. Play.
So the world number one, Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia. I suspect that we might see a more intense Lee Chong-wei today than we witnessed yesterday when he was playing against Wang from Hong Kong. This is his 10th All England Championship, and he does have a very, very fine record here. Previous 9 occasions he's played this tournament, he's reached at least the semi-final 7 times.
3 love.
Tae Soo-bok on the left as we look at them. Rashid Sadek on the right, the Malaysian coaching staff. Difficult to know, Anthony, how a match like yesterday's against the Hong Kong player, how it will affect Lee Chong-wei, whether he bounces back and says, okay, well, I've come through, I've saved 2 match points in that opening round, survived a scare, I'm going to be a different player today, or do you lose a bit of confidence, the fact that he obviously wasn't on his best form?
I think it can go both ways, can't it? Knowing Lee Chong-wei for many, many years, I've often seen him lose the opening game in a tournament, but can't say I've ever seen him, you know, be match point down in the first round for many, many years. So he may well have lost a bit of confidence. This is a difficult arena to play in, and you need, you know, a comfortable first round to really, you know, gel with the tournament.
Oh, it's called good, I have to say.
5-2.
Lee Chong-wei didn't like the call, and my immediate reaction was I had some sympathy for that. Difficult to tell. Umpire, of course, can only overrule a line judge if he sees that a clear error has been made. And he must overrule immediately. Yeah, just seems slightly hesitant to me, the Malaysian. Hesitant in his movement, hesitant in his decision making.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't look like he's into a full flow at all at the moment. His opponent, very, very strong physical player, and very strong legs, has a great defence. And Chong-wei, you know, really is always taking on all the Chinese, so he knows he needs to produce his best almost every single round.
There's quite a difference though when you look at career statistics between these two players. Wang Zhengming never won a title throughout his career so far. He is 23 years of age, he's been in 5 finals. I can tell you that Lee Chong-wei has been in 70 finals, winning 46 of them, 30 of them Super Series titles. That is just phenomenal. Just wide.
8-3.
Third court call. 5-3.
Yep, good call.
6-4.
That's a lovely disguise drop shot.
4-6.
Serves over. 4-8.
It's lovely to see Chong Wei when he is in full flow. He leaps back with such explosive power. And he does have a really soft touch. He rotates his fingers across the handle of the racket, which enables the shuttle to go so quickly down cross.
Well, that's the sort of very uncharacteristic movement from Lee Chong Wei. How often do you see him normally get left stranded, moved in the wrong direction, hesitant to anticipate? Of course, an awful lot happening in his life at the moment. The happy event of getting married at the end of last year, 10th of November. He and his wife expecting their first child.
8-6.
And it's a nice net shot.
A very bitty start to the game from Lee Chong Wei.
Serves over.
At some points he looks in full flow, and the very next point it's almost like his feet are stuck in mud. Which, like you said, Joe, very uncharacteristic from somebody like Chong Wei.
9-7. Service over. 8-9.
6-9.
Looks like he's just trying to play a more simple game, stroking the shuttle around, finding his range. And we spoke earlier about the drift and being able to deal with it. I think he's starting to find that ability to keep the shuttle within the court.
Yeah.
7-9.
Can't help but think back to his match last night, though, Anthony. I'm not sure you were here for it, but he actually did better from this end of the court. So, if this is his more favoured end, I'm slightly concerned for Malaysian fans.
10-7.
That's a super smash, isn't it? Good use of the body smash, used a lot in doubles, but not so much in singles, but it is very effective. So too is that.
Interval.
Well, a 4-point advantage for Wang Zhengming. Charles Raja, his coach, talking to him, of course, former world champion, won his world title in this very arena. Charles Raja.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, they seem pretty happy with him.
Court 1. 20 seconds.
Can't help but wonder whether Lee Chong Wei is 100% fit, because it's so unlike him. We haven't seen any of his explosive, dynamic, attacking style so far in this match. And his movement has been a little suspect. Such a gentleman, such a sportsman, he certainly wouldn't complain about it or moan about it beforehand. He wouldn't make excuses.
Came out quick in that rally, Jill. That was more like the explosive movement round the head.
11.
He's so quick coming in. You know, we set such high standards for Lee Chong Wei with his movement. You know, he's diving around the court, getting down to the defensive shots, and then he springs back up into an overhead. You know, we have to realise that some days the legs are a little tired, a bit more emotional some days than others.
14-7.
great judgment.
9-11.
15-10. 8-7.
Magnificent.
10-11.
Definitely seem to have stepped up a gear since the change.
11-16.
Just reeled off 3 points on the trot.
8-all.
Oh, that's nice. That's a couple of times he's played that angled smash across court and made an outright winner from it.
16.
Serve over. 12-10.
Great technique overhead. Really reaching up to the shuttle as he hits it to make the angle even steeper. But even with a slice on the shuttle, he's bringing it down at such power.
13-16. 9-all.
Fantastic, my goodness me. Absolutely pounced on that net shot.
14-16.
Well taken, well controlled. Just indicating to the umpire that he wants the court mopped of the perspiration.
10-9. Serve over. 17-14.
Thank you.
Correction out. Lead it to back. 18-14.
As soon as you see a player forced to turn and play the high backhand in the singles, you know the player's in trouble.
11-13. Just over 146 miles per hour.
13.
Just to put that into perspective, the fastest serve in the recent Australian Open tennis was 2.11 from Andy Murray.
20 seconds. 15.
Oh, what reactions!
Totally.
Well, he'd used the body smash before, had Wang Zhengming. This time, Lee Chongwei was able to get it back and deal with it. And that's what's so good about Lee Chongwei, the ability to say, okay, my opponent's caught me out with something, I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm looking for it next time.
You know, since the break, he really has turned this game around.
14-13.
Upped his pace a little bit. And sometimes takes a few points in a match to realise what your opponent's going to do. You know, they're going to have watched videos of you playing and try and find your weaknesses. I think Zhengming's such a clever player that he's using those opening points
15-13.
to try and discuss the tactics with his coach as well at the back. And since the change at the break, he's got all the answers.
Match ball by
Each of the last 10 points going the Malaysians' way.
21-16.
Oh, that one's called out.
Service over.
Didn't like the previous call.
14-15.
39.
Yeah, good call.
Service over. 16-14.
It's a rather slack overhead for the Chinese player. Didn't get his body in position.
Perfection on the net shot from Lee Chong-wei.
17.
Shuttle hit the top of the tape and just rolled over, making it so difficult for his opponent to control.
The next match on court 2 is a men's singles. Please welcome from Denmark, Jan Jorgensen. His opponent is the number 4 seed from Indonesia,
Well, there's been a definite shift in the control at the front of the court. Early stages, I thought it was Wang who was getting the better of the Malaysian. That has definitely changed.
12. Service over.
Uses the power smash down the line this time. I definitely think the Chinese player is playing downwind almost, the drift coming towards Lee Chong-wei, and those power smashes really are making a dent.
15-12.
Another one down the line.
16-18.
So used to seeing Chong-wei diving to the side to get those back. You almost expect him to make every single shot every single time.
He's overdone it. Yeah, but wasn't it interesting? 2 smashes straight down the line from Wang Zhengming, and Lee Chong-wei was waiting for them. All of a sudden, the Chinese player thinks he's got to find the line, got to hit the perfect shot, and that's when he starts making the errors. Oh, clever. Very, very clever from the world #1. Oh, what a lovely way to bring up game points.
20, game point 16.
He's played so many beautiful net shots. He addresses the shuttle early, the little hold and flick, and the outright winner. 4 game point opportunities. It's just long.
Service over. 17-20.
18-40. 90-40.
This time, second time of asking in the opening game, 21-17.